So Danish, can we have few from your side? Especially we were interested because of Afghanistan. Anybody talk about, we think that that's a war zone, and suddenly I look at your profile and 40,000 people follow you on social media, and I'm sure they all are not from out of Afghanistan. I'm sure they must be within Afghanistan.
Hello. Hello and good morning everyone. My name is Danish Karokhelin. I am from Afghanistan, where I work as a director for a news agency called Pajwak Afghan News. First of all, I would like to thank DEF for this honor and also for arranging such a wonderful event, which I believe it is very valuable platform for digital empowerment in our region. Ladies and gentlemen, before I come to the main topic, I would like to briefly share my experience of working as a reporter in Taliban area back in 1997. It was truly a dark age for technology. At that time, I had no access to any kind of communication facility, no computer, no phone, no internet. The only thing available was a single fax line in Afghan telecom ministry. I had to wait for 3 to 5 hours before I could send a fax. A single page fax will charge you $7 per minute. At that time, my daily reports were 1 to 2 pages, which would cost me a lot. So to save the money, I used to cut the empty part of the page so that the page gets small and costs me less. Because in a 4-page will take more than a minute to get fixed, and so charge me double. But now things are different. Civil society in general, in media in particularly, experience unprecedented growth. The importance and role of media is acknowledged by all sectors. Besides a phenomenal increase in number of new radio and TV channels in main Afghan language abroad, there is a keen internal and external interest to develop local media in Afghanistan. Not only the state-run media was rebuilt, but also there was a mushroom growth of media outlets in media-related organizations in private sector. Currently, there are 170 TV channels, 214 radio stations, more than 800 newspapers and magazines are registered in Afghanistan. And above all, I present who used to wait 3 to 5 hours just to send a fax is now sitting with you. This can give you a good idea about the growth of media and technology in our country. I will give you just 2-3 examples how now we use social media. In those days, there is a huge demand in Afghanistan. People use social media to get their right, to talk about corruption and to get and to share their view. I will give you just recent example. If you hear, this week there was attack one of our women in P by name Shukriya Barakzai. But there was a third-class university lady was killed, and their family shipped their body in the taxi to the house. But there was a lot of public, opinion in Facebook and Twitter, and they talk like if there is attack in MP and the government care about the MP but not care about the public. Then people discuss about that in Facebook. Then what was happened, the day after that event, our vice president went to the home and apologized for that, not care about their people. Right now, we have just 4% access to internet in our country. But we have around 28 million people, and 20 million people right now have access to phone. And right now, based on technology, like some of technology companies more working on 3G, and I hope in coming 2-3 years we will have some good improvement.
Thanks Danish. That gives a rise of media And I'm sure social media is giving rise to the public voice also. So congratulations for, I would say, taking that journey from dark ages to the, bright age of media also, and covering. Can I ask Shantan, you, that what is the scenario in Bangladesh, quickly in a minute or two, to give you an idea. Can somebody give the mic there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Shayantani Twisha. I'll just briefly describe the situation in Bangladesh. So emails started coming in 1996, 1997 around in Bangladesh. Then MIRC, BD chats and all sorts of chat rooms emerged in 1998 to 2000. Then Yahoo Group, High Five, these all came in 2002, 2003. Then social blogs emerged in 2005 till 2007. After that, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Skype, all these came in and they're still there. So the current situation, in the year 2013 is a very memorable year for us because this year the Shahbag movement has happened. This whole movement was organized from Facebook, and it was, most of it was organized on internet, through Twitters, YouTube, Facebook, Skype, blogs, and all these medias. There were cyber war going on during that time. I'm not sure whether you know why this movement was happening there. Do you know? No. Okay. So basically, there's a war crimes trial is going on in Bangladesh, and after the verdict, people were not happy with the verdict. Basically, Bangladeshi people wanted the highest possible punishment under Bangladesh law for the war criminals, which they did not get. That's why this protest broke out. And there was the cyber war going on between the people who wanted the highest possible punishment for the war criminals and between the people who are working for the war criminals, as in working for the organization of the war criminals, which is Jamaati Islami and their student wing Islami Chatro Shibir. And after the verdict of a war criminal called Saidi, the Jamaati Islami and Shibir, they spread out a propaganda that Saidi's face was seen on the moon. And all those root level people, the village people, they believed it, they bought it, and they actually started striking against government, and they started a communal attack on the rural Hindus. That time, many organizations formed through internet, through Facebook. Many groups were formed who went to the root level people, the villages, and they gave the rural Hindus who were the victims of the attacks, they supplied them food, clothing, shelter, and all these things. These things were possible because of Facebook and Twitter. And I think most of you know about the Rana Plaza collapse. Do you know? Salvar Rana Plaza collapse, where more than 1,000 people died and around 3,000 people were injured or handicapped for life. Okay. So this Rana Plaza collapse was the biggest collapse in Bangladesh history. I think it's one of the top 3 events of the world collapse history. So during this time also, there were 3 teams through social media which worked for the victims. Rescue effort, the people who immediately responded to this collapse, they were organized through Facebook. They went there with the oxygen mask, hacksaw, and all these things to help the people who were stuck inside the collapsed building. Then came the rehabilitation effort. This also happened through social media. People who could not go to rescue people immediately, they later on went for the rehabilitation effort, as in they formed groups and organizations to put up shops for the handicapped workers. They bought cows, they bought chickens, ducks for the handicapped people so that they can farm. And then bringing together all the organizations working for this cause under one umbrella, that was also possible through Facebook. So actually, in the end, all these small organizations started working together. Now, I'll take one more minute, can I? Can I take one more minute?
Yes, yes, please.
The general situation of Bangladesh is that there are many Facebook pages for blood collection, blood donation. There are groups or pages for supporting one-legged rickshaw pullers and poor disabled persons who want to set up their own business and so on. There is a concept called Info Lady. These are the women, the rural women who rides bicycle and goes door to door to provide people with information. So what they do is they are constantly connecting mothers, wives, or children of the migrated workers through Skype. It's also social media. Any kind of situational fundraising is also done through social media, like Fill the Bucket in Nepal. There are social groups, pages, and blogs for women empowerment and opposing violence against women. Government is also, there's a slogan in Bangladesh, it's called Digital Bangladesh. So government is very conscious, very active to make Bangladesh a digital one, and there is this thing called RTI, Right to Information. So RTI is developing a portal to track RTI forms and to make the officials accountable to those who seek information. My driver, he uses Viber to call his wife. He stays in a village and he uses the app of bdnews24.com, which is the largest news portal of Bangladesh. So this is definitely empowerment through social media. I would like to mention one last point, which is the hazards of social media. Terrorists, fundamentalist groups are also using social media for their own agenda, and they are quite successful, sadly. ICT Act has to be really strong and powerful to stop misconducts of social media. If ICT Act is not strong enough, who knows where we are going to head in several years. One personal example, my 16-year-old cousin posted almost naked pictures of her on Google+, and she got 27,000 views in few days, and it had become a huge scandal. Her parents stopped going to public gatherings as my cousin would be the talk of the town. So these kind of things also should be regulated. I'm not quite sure how, but yeah, these are the hazards of social media. Thank you.